evening, everybody, and welcome to the Speed Gaming race of the Link to the Past Randomizer tournament. Tonight we have featured Koi and DapperWormMan, and I am joined by my co-commentator, Greg Fox. How are you tonight?
Doing well, thank you. Looking forward to the race. It's going to be a great call. Two good runners, Koi and Dapper. Koi 2 and 3 so far in Group D. Dapper sitting at 1 and 1. The group overall, despite Koi having completed almost 6 races, is wide open. Illis is sitting at the top at 2 and 1. So really anybody's to take at this point and move into the bracket stage.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. Tonight we have Ambrosia. So for this mode, it's pretty normal for the most part. It's an open 7-7. The main differences are not an open. Pardon me. It's a full escape, I believe. Uncle tells you where the boots are, and you. Wait, is that? My gosh, why don't you talk about the mode? I'm so confused tonight.
Oh, not a problem at all. So we have a, starting with the sword, escape sequence is going to be done, boots hit from the uncle, and we are guaranteed items on every boss. So runners are going to have to make some choices as they work through the seed tonight in regards to whether or not those pendant bosses or extra checks in general are going to be necessary for them to get to the finish line.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Oh man, alright. Multitasking, well, commentating, always fun. Alright, looks like we have both of them about to drop down into the uncle check. Just a big 20, nothing too exciting there.
Yeah, it's nice to see a standard open, no inverted, no dark world and fluid out of the gate, so just $20 on the uncle on our first check out of the dungeon, 10 arrows.
Well, Koi using his usual maiden sprite, and we have DapperWormMan using a guard, and the guards aren't being fooled. They could see right through that ruse.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know if I've seen the sprite used previously. Cool one.
Yeah, they did a good job with it. As you can see, it pretty much mimics the base guard, not the ones holding out the swords, but the other ones. $20, not much going on there.
Good start money-wise. I know no significant progression out of the gate for either runner at this point, but it's nice to have cash in hand. It'll make Kakariko a little bit better, at least finish the bottle vendor.
Drew, you want to go in there with between 110 to 160 rupees, depending on if you do need to buy bombs and get the bottle vendor at the same time. Oftentimes you end up getting that money pretty quickly with escape, or the escape and well, and the backup line set, but the seeds aren't always friendly with money. It looks like DapperWormMan going with the frontal assault on that guard with just a bunch of swings, and Koi electing to go ahead and toss some pots at the guard. Either 8 swings or 2 quick pots will take out that guard. It is a little bit faster to go with 8 swings if you can position correctly, but a misposition and you're taking 1 heart of damage per hit. Not easy to take with 3 hearts.
Both fairly clean so far. I mean, a nice escape and working through the basement. We'll call this a linear seed for the first 3.5 minutes of it. Both runners really in footsteps of each other.
We'll call that, and the one thing we have not seen so far is the sign of any sort of bomb pack to drop from anything. So they're going to try to probably kill some rats and hope that they fall on the bomb pack drop. Otherwise, the back of escape will remain unchecked for now.
True. We have the possibility of a tree pull, depending on the routes that the runners decide to take after escape. would be nice to pick up at least 3 bombs along the way.
Very true. 3 will actually get you through not only the back of escape, but also Kakariko most of the way. Oh, we got a bomb drop. And both runners with a bomb, so they now have back of escape bombs. Maybe just try and get 1 or 2 more for Kakariko, but we'll see. They may be content with the 1. Nope, they're getting more bomb drops. So they're trying also to set up for Kakariko as well. Not a bad thing, especially if you can save yourself some money.
Absolutely. Dapper picked up 2 bombs so far, and Koi was able to pick up a 3rd. So he's in very good shape. Both runners in good shape to head into the village at this point, potentially.
Funny thing would be to see some bombs in the back here. We'll see. Oh, money. Okay, so money, a green potion, and the map. So there will be an item at the cathedral. We'll see what that is.
So bottles and a set of bombs coming out of the escape sequence for both runners. That's actually handy. It makes Kakariko a lot easier to work through. Sick Kid will be on the table, and then another 4-pack drop there from that rat. So all the vermin in a giving mood in this escape. Both runners are going to be well set now heading into Kakariko with cash, bombs, and also that bottle.
Yeah, no kidding. So there's not going to be a check in Kakariko they can't do. And oh, hello, Red Cane, Samaria, right away. And we have a red pendant at Desert, and Hira and Eastern were both regular crystals. And looks like we have Koi heading up north. Okay, they're both heading into the Lost Woods. It looks like we see just a heart piece on Koi's side. And flippers. Good find.
Great find. With that cane in hand, it makes you wonder if the Ice Palace is going to be a pendant just out of the gate. It's almost screaming it just based on the items so far.
Right? It's kind of like finding early access to Turtle Rock and a key sanity. You're just like, well, I know what my first pendant is. Koi finds that same info out about the pendant and 2 crystals. Okay, looks like Koi the first to give us the check in Blind's house. And of course, bombs. Get that mirror and heart piece. So that mirror is a pretty darn good early find.
Koi dropping into the well. Not a real direction. I mean, we have mirror is great, cane is good. Not a direction as to what the destination will be after this. South Shore will probably be the play, but as far as second cane, so canes are crossed off across the board. But like I was saying, no, half magic. Nothing else of interest, but that's a pretty stacked well. Yeah, I mean, we still need something that directs our runners, to that first dungeon. So we'll see if we find something a little bit more definitive, something that helps them make a play here.
We do. And that bottle vendor with $50, that's going to give Koi a little closer access to Zora as well, which is fully in logic with those flippers. So you're going to definitely try to get to 500 by the time you're done with South Shore. And with the flippers, unfortunately, their only way to do Houlihan right now is taken away, so they'll need a glove to pull that off.
And that's a fire rod. CAC is stacked tonight.
Still no direction, though. Oh, and a hammer. Okay. Yeah, just a few blueberries inside the library. Not going to go back for those. Couldn't quite see what was on that ledge, though.
No, whatever that was, Koi's eyes are better than mine. That was well hidden behind the screen banner.
Well, and it looks like DapperWormMan exiting out of Kakariko, now making his way towards Ice Rod Cave. Okay. Interesting route. I have never seen this taken, but it does make sense with the flippers. Plus, it gets that Ice Rod Cave, which can be really hard to get to. Oh, gosh, but he takes a death right there to the crab.
Sure, that was one. It looked like all three of them decided to hit him at once.
No kidding. Those crabs are out for blood. Holy moly. And those crabs right now do 2 hearts of damage with green mail. So if you're short 1 heart from your full 3, then they will one-shot you, as they did for DapperWormMan.
Koi giving us one of our swimming checks. We see the hobo is just 10 arrows tonight.
I am surprised to see Koi head towards the flippers checks before checking Mini Moldorm, though, since Mini Moldorm can very well give you the money you need for Zora.
Yeah, possible. I mean, the other thing he could be doing here is just playing, potentially the odds of everything that we've seen so far. Red cane, blue cane, half magic, fire rod, hammer. Already with a sword, we have a hint on the boots, flippers. That's a pretty stacked Sphere 1. So it's possible that he's just hedging his bets and potentially thinking that, it's largely going to be cash bombs and arrows at this point.
Very true, and we do get a bowling ball or moon pearl from the Mini Moldorm Cave, so we are now a glove from Dark World access. And I think I saw pardon me, Bombos come out of the back of Saha's hut. And we didn't mention it before, but handling our tracking today is Lady Laura Linda, and handling our restream is Scoopula, so thank you both as well.
Dapper making the walk all the way out to Agina. So he's in it for the haul today. 2 long trips, once out to the Ithrod Cave, one all the way out to Agina. Getting the out-of-the-way checks done very early.
And Koi is following in hot pursuit here. Okay, DapperWormMan with that Zora money looks to be making that swim towards Hobo at this point, but I'm guessing heading towards Zora right after.
Looks like Koi is going to go visit Mini Moldorm Cave himself now, which is each runner retracing the other one's steps at this point.
A little bit, yeah. Did DapperWormMan ever go back to Ice Rod Cave, or did he not make a return trip yet? I didn't see that.
He has not made a return trip. I don't believe Koi found anything there of interest, so if he doesn't make a return trip, it's not hurting him at this point, but that is going to be something that likely sticks in the back of his mind as a potential if we get into an ice rod hunt.
Yeah, looks like he's not going to chance it. He's heading straight back there right now. So Koi may be the first one to give us a Zora check here momentarily, and again, we're looking for a glove for Dark World access at this point. And also, the only checks we have left are the Zora area and Eastern Palace. Oh, it's a second bottle. Okay, so not too much going on, but it could be a safety at some point. So with those early flippers, chances are very good it'll be in one of the 3 checks coming up at the Waterfall Ferry or the 2 checks Waterfall Ferry or the other 2 checks at Zora area, but still that possibility of Eastern. And Waterfall Ferry gives us a ferry. Okay. Oh, and there's our Dark World access. There's our glove. So I don't think we'll be seeing an Eastern play from either runner anytime soon. But they could combine it with Pod if they do have to make Pod a trip eventually too.
Yeah, really good idea to potentially chain those two together with the mirror. Easy access to both at this point. I was going to say plenty of money, but a lot of that money is going to evaporate, so we'll see if they still have the cash to take care of the fee for the monkey.
We'll see. Yeah.
Plenty of checks to do in the meantime with the glove found. I'm sure Village of Outcasts is going to be probably the first stop, as well as Hype Cave, just looking for item density at this point.
Could very well be. And with that fire rod, of course, Skullwoods is in logic at this point, so of course it's going to be a pendant, but we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people treat Skullwood simply as an extension of Village of Outcasts, especially the front checks, easy to do, quick to route in. We'll see what runners decide to do here.
Well, in Ambrosia, it's actually, I find it to be a lot more compelling to go to. It only still has the 2 checks, but one of them is guaranteed on Mothula, so makes a lot of sense to make it a quick trip if you're able to, but 4 hearts, you never know. Hey, Pendant Turtle Rock, that's a green, and Pendant Skullwoods. I did not catch the 5/6s, though. Both runners electing to head south and check out Hype Cave. And so far, it's the usual hype. Oh, it's got mitts. And a chest turn. Call that a 3 out of 10 Hype Cave. 5/6 at Thieves and Swamp. And as chat is pointing out, we know that boost location, and it is at a green pendant Turtle Rock.
Both runners have to get that, right? Gotta go fast.
I agree. Especially when they find out it's a ped seed.
Ice Rod on Pet in this case to go to Turtle Rock to get the boots, which are on Try Next.
And Dapper, maybe pick it. Nope, denies the green rupee. You need the money. You don't have enough for big game.
Don't be maybe generous today.
No, Dapper. Well, so far we've just found the 1-300 pile of money, but otherwise just been a bunch of green 20s and a 50 from Bottle Vendor knocking off his price by 50 rupees. Ooh, oh, I thought we were going to get a bow game. Where are you
so
going?
did I.
Dapper, where are you going? Oh, you're gonna... Okay, I see. Oh, that's right. Dapper went north out of Kakariko, did not head south, though, so he does not know what is here. And frankly, neither did we. That was a hard piece.
Yeah, I think Koi actually gave it a check. I'd forgotten that it was a hard piece, but he did opt to walk over and at least give us a show and blind run it.
Oh, so Koi playing the bow and arrow game, and DapperWormMan forgetting that he needs another 37 rupees. But does have enough for bow games, so are we going to get dual bow games? Oh my gosh! So Koi electing not to play it one more time, trying to get the money for Pod. They basically did high five right out that door, and he forgot he had that last arrow out. Okay, both runners doing good game. I think Koi is gonna find it first, though. Just a thought. Hey, money! With that 300, they are now good for the rest of the seed. All they have left is to pay off Kiki the Extortionist and the chest game in Dark Kakariko or Village Fatcast, which we're about to see. And as pointed out by chat, that was a full 30 dig, 300 rupees. That's 10 rupees a dig.
Yeah, that one wasn't free. Had to do the arrow game to get the cash and then dig and then get more cash. That's pretty digs. Making everybody work for it tonight.
A little bit. Both runners pretty much following each other in terms of routing here. So we're getting a Outcast check from the south. We are getting a Blacksmith turn in. And probably Hammer Pegs. Yep, there's that. A few blueberries from the blacksmiths. Not going to really do too much there. Just a little antioxidants. DapperWormMan says, nah, I'm good. I don't need that 50. Okay, well, both are crystals, so Crystal Thieves Town seems a little more tempting than than Pen at Skullwoods for sure. I should say one crystal at Thieves Town, one pen at Skullwoods, so you know which one they're doing. But I do wonder how they're going to route it. Are they going to check any of Skullwoods after, or are they going to head east and check out Graveyard Ledge and Catfish and head to Pod? I wonder.
I suspect that choice is going to be influenced based on what we find out of Thieves. There's our third bottle, actually.
Third bottle, second green goo. Not a bad thing. That means they can pretty much go to town whenever they have to fight. Cold stare, shoot that fire rod like nobody's business at him.
Completely possible that may come in handy here as well as we're heading into blind, since we do have Cane of Burna. Only 4 hearts heading into that fight potentially.
Speaking of, actually, I think, yeah, they could full clear ice palace if they want to at any point now. To know Ice Palace logic, whether it's hookshot locked, Mario locked, or key locked. I don't know, I have not learned that yet. Yeah, so far not much out of the front of Thieves Town yet. But as a reminder, this is Ambrosia, so all the bosses are guaranteed to have one of the items from the dungeon. So as soon as you count to 3, you know Blind is going to have that 4th item. It's like that room giving Koi a little bit of sass, but making it on through with minimal damage.
Yeah, just losing the half heart there. I was slick navigating.
It looked like a fire snake wanted to give DapperWormMan a little hug.
So does the cricket.
And those crickets are a meaning business. I mean, Koi has blue mail, so almost everything is going to do half damage. Where did Koi pick up that blue mail? I totally missed that.
I don't have it jotted down in my notes either. So wherever he snuck it, we'll keep an eye in chat. Let's see if they can give us a hint.
Well, wherever it is, DapperWormMan has not missed much. Maybe, was it Saha?
Saha, Pinecone, calling out Saha's closet as the item there.
And yes, chat confirming that. I forgot that that was the only thing we had seen from Koi that we did not see from DapperWormMan. DapperWormMan has to watch out a little bit. Down to 1 heart and green mail, so most things, actually just about everything in here will take you out in 1 hit with 1 heart and green mail. Oh, trying to get some hearts, and instead that enemy just shot a thing through the door. Oh, he's got a fairy though, it's all good. Oh, that's right. Dapper tossed a bottle into the waterfall fairy fountain. Got a fairy out of that. I forgot.
And just a little bit of love out of the big chest. You've found Koi dropping into the fight with Blind. Making quick work of it. 2 good rounds of scripted fights so far.
He's done this before.
Once or twice.
At least. Well, we have first crystal, 27 minutes and change. 28 minutes and change. And not much going on in terms of progression in Thieves Town, so progression lies elsewhere. But do you dip Skull Woods with 2 possible checks? Or 2 checks fully in logic, or do you go elsewhere?
Koi says elsewhere. At least 1 check ahead, but
Oh, these runners are professionals. They don't have any fear of fighting Mothula with 5 hearts.
DapperWormMan making quick work of Blind.
Good fight on both sides. And Koi, purple chest it is. Well, since you don't have boots, I almost think it's a slightly better route to take your purple chest and maybe go do Graveyard Ledge at the same time, since you know boots are going to be Turtle Rock, but my opinion, and for all I know, Turtle Rock could be simply a medallion away, and you may be able to get your boots. But DapperWormMan... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say DapperWormMan electing to ignore the purple chest for now, and that's fine. Oh. Good choice, Koi. Sorry, you were going to say.
I was going to say I like the play by Koi. It takes the Smith chain completely off the table, and he's rewarded with that Master Sword there, so definitely the right direction.
And is Koi heading towards 5-heart Blue Mail Ice Palace? So, Koi did get that Master Sword off of the purple chest, which is an excellent find. Could be one of the reasons why he's heading towards Ice Palace. Okay, DapperWormMan electing to go ahead and go up the mountain and get a cape. So we do have Hera completely in logic, East Death Mountain, and Dark Death Mountain completely in logic as well, minus Hookshot Cave. Okay, Koi, very good at doing this little 2-bomb strat here. Beautiful. That room is sometimes not easy, and no hook shot. Bombs make it easy with the right moves.
Yeah, I mean that was well done. That's right up there with the Kane's strats on the Wiz Robes and the Gauntlet. Really well played.
We just saw a bow inside Spec Rock, and DapperWormMan's electing to go ahead and clear up north first. Okay, so Dapper heading into Hera and Koi doing an icebreaker. Pulling it off very nicely. Well, no hook shot, so Hera Pod is not going to happen. And DapperWormMan's electing to go ahead and clear the rest of Hera. You're here, why not? You're only a lamp or a flute away from making that logical.
Yeah, some interesting choices from Dapper so far in the race. The early play with the Ice Rod Cave, early play to Saha, well, no, not Saha's, Agina's Cave, Coffee Break, checking out the basement item. Hopefully one of these pan out. Love to see him hit one of these.
Very much so. Yeah, I mean, you know who your opponent is. You know that Koi is very good at this game. And when your opponent is as good as him, you know that you've got to make a play or two to try and make sure you stay in the race. And I think Dapper's making some good choices here. He did see that bow, and that makes Pod and Eastern fully clearable, though Pod is the green pendant. So we'll see if he likes to go there eventually. Nothing too much out of Ice Palace so far, though.
No, nothing so far. Nothing of consequence, nothing that's going to move this along. Obviously a crystal, it's time that you would sink regardless. But as far as progression, it's probably not what Koi was hoping for.
Very much so, but thankfully, with 5 hearts, I should more say Blue Mail and Half Magic and a Fire Rod, Cold Stare, as long as you're careful, shouldn't be too bad. And DapperWormMan pulling off a very nice bomb right across that gap there. I typically fall across that at least 75% of the time.
If I was doing the Icebreaker, I'd still be sitting there with the cane out at this point. So both these runners way past any skill level that I have in this.
Not easy to do sometimes. And Koi going with the Bombos into Fire Rod strats here.
While Dapper dropping into Moldarm, and he's going with Hammer.
Good choice. Still has that fighter sword, so going to take 3 hammer hits and pulls it off beautifully.
Koi with a super clean fight on Cold Stare as well, so both runners making short work of the dungeon bosses.
Both picking up their 3rd crystals a few seconds apart. Nice. Good job to both runners for both of those dungeons.
Curious to see where Koi goes from here. Maybe now we think about heading back. Skull Woods potentially more of a play to be chained in with Graveyard Ledge.
Skull
You know
Woods
where
does...
DapperWormMan's going.
Oh yeah, gotta get that bow. Still, routing-wise, this is a bit weird. Okay, he's gonna bomb back across. I do not know this setup yet, so good job with the runners who do. Doesn't quite get it. It's a bit of a challenging bomb jump. Okay, so DapperWormMan elects not to clear out East Death Mountain or any of Dark Death Mountain right now, and is going to go straight for Eastern Palace, possibly Pod. And Koi going up on Death Mountain.
I understand Dapper heading straight to the Dark World here. It makes sense. From a viewer's perspective, it's one of those where you almost wish he was taking the extra couple of seconds to dive into Sawhouse first, pick up the blue mail. But I see chaining it in. Probably the most efficient way to do it. It's just unfortunate that he's going to be diving another Dark World dungeon with just a handful of hearts in this case. Not a lot of safety.
Yeah, he's got a mirror though, so he could very well just mirror to check Zaha right here. So what have we not seen at this point? East Death Mountain, a couple of checks in Dark Death Mountain, Eastern Palace, Pod, Pyramid, Catfish. And did I say Graveyard Ledge? I think that's about it.
Nice bomb jump there by Koi, so he'll continue his trek across the mountain.
I wonder if he'll clear out Hira when he finds out that it's basement locked, or if he'll elect to leave and try and come back with a hook shot. Either way, both items are not in the downstairs, I don't think, so... I want to say that if he elects to leave, he'll leave 2 items behind. Both runners picking up maps at the exact same time in 2 different dungeons.
And Koi dipping out of Era.
Yeah, not too surprising. Doesn't cost you much time to get those 2 checks in. And if you have to go into basement, statistically you're probably just going to be fine doing what he's doing, and we know that he will be.
Just a little bit of love on the ledge today.
We did get our first medallion though, picking up Ether in Eastern Palace. Oh, second medallion. We have Bombos, but 2/3 chance of getting into that ring or that pendant Turtle Rock for possibility of boots. And Ether is the requirement for Turtle Rock. So this is interesting. DapperWormMan has a little bit more of an excuse to head back up Death Mountain, since he has not checked East Death Mountain. But Koi will have to make a second return trip up Death Mountain if he elects to go ahead and go to Eastern Palace.
Spiral Cave the hard way. Koi with a long walk through.
Well, knowing where boots are, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. So the main difference at this point between the two runners is that Koi has turned in Purple Chest, which got him a sword. Otherwise, these two runners are pretty darn close. Ether from Eastern Palace for DapperWormMan, but if you go into Turtle Rock, there's no guarantee that those boots won't be on Trinex, which is not beatable at this point. DapperWormMan keeping track of his items, knowing that the final item is in the boss and not in that big chest.
So far, I don't believe Koi has found anything on the mountain. A little bit more cash, but nothing progression-wise.
Yeah, it does not look like it. I have a shield, an evil shield. And another sword, and powder. So, offensively, Koi is pretty set for the rest of the seed. Tempered sword, be nice to find silvers, but certainly not required in the skill level of these two runners, but we'll see what happens. Uh-oh, I'm trying to get the quick kill on Armos and shooting the wrong direction, so DapperWormMan's going to have to improvise here a little bit. Oh, still gets that, and the fourth sword! Holy moly! And a little bit of boomerang swag. So Koi is going to end up on butter before too long. DapperWormMan may or may not ever go back to that purple chest. Okay, this could be a big play, or a time loss. We'll see what ends up happening in Pendant Pod. Dapper, you're forgetting a turn there, my friend.
Just a little bit of love in Spike Cave tonight.
And Koi's going to continue to hold off on Kira for now. Probably just hopes to combine it into just before hitting up GT. And if routed right, can, since we know that Kira doesn't have any progression.
Koi heading right to Eastern Pod area. We'll see if he makes the same play, dipping into Dark World.
I wouldn't be surprised with as few checks as Koi currently has. It makes complete sense to go ahead and try and hope for progression in Eastern and go to Pod if nothing else. Well, I guess East Death Mountain does give DapperWormMan two reasons to go back to Purple Chest. One will be to check Magic Bat, and the other one will be to turn in that Purple Chest. We'll see what happens there. Maybe both runners will end up on butter today.
Yeah, I think it's a good possibility. It seems unlikely that he's going to avoid putting off the completion of the entire Smith chain. So, assuming that he finds sword number 3, I imagine he's going to find sword number 4 as well.
True. And another thing we have to keep in mind is how much of a trust you have in getting boots going into Turtle Rock when another one of your pendants is desert, which is another reason why you would want to go there if it was or if it was a crystal, I should say. But being a pendant, the seed may never require you to even have boots. So if boots ends up being a laser bridge or worse, Trinex, is it worth that time investment?
There's always that possibility that Ganon's Tower Big Key is hanging out on the torch.
That's true. That approximately, but no guarantee, 1 in 22 shot. More about that later. Okay, so Koi gets his Turtle Rock access. But Koi also has less of a reason to go up Death Mountain per se, but hasn't cleared out Hira, so could use Hira clear as an excuse to go to Turtle Rock. But he just may not trust that boots are even gettable without the Ice Rod. That's very true from chat right now. Swamp could have something. The dungeon is not clearable. We do not have the hook shot, but the front checks are certainly in logic. Looks like another shield in Pod Big Chest.
Both runners taking this opportunity to show off DapperWorm strats.
And we'll take this opportunity to remind chat, don't forget to follow these two runners. DapperWormMan and Koi, they're putting on a fantastic show for us. While you're at it, don't forget to follow my co-com, Gray Fox, doing a fantastic job.
I appreciate the shout out. For all those out there, don't forget to follow Randomizer, doing a wonderful job as well on comms tonight.
Minus forgetting everything about the mode at the beginning? Absolutely!
Let's be honest, anybody who's tuned into SpeedGaming tonight has probably watched about 300 races within the last 7 days, so it's easy to let all these bleed together. A little seed bleed, never hurt.
Very true. And I may have forgotten to open SpeedGaming 2 chat before the race. And also forgot to close several races I had on screen, so yeah. It's tough to multitask that sometimes. Okay, Koi, those Stalfo's giving him a little bit of an issue, but not bad. So far, nothing I don't think that I've seen out of Pod, I should say. So, out of Pod and Easter, the only thing I think we've gotten so far has been Ether.
Yeah, absolutely. And Koi with the knowledge of what Turtle Rock is, so he's aware that the Ether could potentially be getting something as well as the boots.
Very true. At this point, could have the lamp, which is not really required by the runners, could have loot, hook shot, could have just about anything that runners need. They know boots are in there, but are they gettable? Alright, and Koi picks up that butter sword off of Armos Knights. And as predicted, going right into Pod, joining DapperWormMan.
And with the appearance of the butter sword, chat bringing out the butter puns.
Uh-oh. Whew. Getting a little bit comfortable, but this game not giving him much in terms of hearts, so gotta watch that. Watch out for that, even with Blue Mail.
Nice cane strats for pulling out the Cane of Burner there. Plenty of magic with half magic at this point, so nice save. Picks up his crystal.
And an ice rod.
That's a thing.
So does this give them him enough of an excuse to go check out Dark Death Mountain? Right now, DapperWormMan does not know the Ether is the requirement to get into Turtle Rock, but DapperWormMan also has not cleared out Ice Palace like Koi has. And with that hard pickup, my assumption is DapperWormMan is about to go into Ice Palace, and Koi maybe making a return trip up Death Mountain to clear out Hera, as well as go into Turtle Rock, possibly.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Koi does. He'll have a lot more knowledge, especially with that ice rod. That's going to be a lot more alluring to head up back that direction. Still lacking a hook shot. Makes me wonder if we clear a handful of overworld checks, at least a few more potentially, before making an additional climb back up, though, for him.
Well, I don't think anybody has liked to see what's on Bumper Ledge. I know that we have not checked out Graveyard Ledge, Grumpy Fish. So there are certainly a few Northern Dark World checks remaining. DapperWormMan, remembering that the Waterfall Fairy given free fairies when you toss the bottle in. Not taking any chances with Ice Palace. Okay, good hammer yep from Koi, picking up the level 2 sword, the red sword. I call it a bunny, or the shield, I should say. I call it a bunny shield because it looks like a little bunny on the shield. To answer your question in chat, so far DapperWormMan has not gone up to East Death Mountain or Dark Death Mountain, so Dapper does not know the pendant requirement of Turtle Rock. The medallion requirement, I should say. Well, it looks like Koi is electing to go ahead and finish out the dungeon. So we'll get rewarded with that ice rod. We'll see if he'll take that right up to Death Mountain. He knows that Turtle Rock is going to be beatable. He knows that boots are going to be in there, and he also knows that he could take out Hero while he's up there, because so far no sign of a hook shot yet, so for all he knows, Hero could have a hook shot. We know it doesn't, but he does not.
And we'll see if he's incentivized here. The Helmosaur, a king, that ice rod, it's going to be tempting. A big piece of the puzzle with Kane, both rods.
But I think at this point it is tempting enough to go ahead and check it out, because you have Northern Dark World left and Pyramid, and that is about it. Then you have Hera and East Death Mountain, and up to this point you could be thinking that Turtle Rock may not only have the boots, but maybe that flute they're looking for too. Hookshot 2, I guess. That's probably needed. Now, the worst place for Hookshot right now would certainly be Swamp Palace, but when isn't a Hookshotless Swamp Palace? Not a bad time for a Hookshot, I guess. To answer a question from chat, no, Lumberjack has not been checked yet. Nothing in Northern Dark World has. We have not gone into Skull Woods. We have not checked out Bumper, Graveyard Ledge, Grumpy Fish, or Pyramid up to this point. We'll see if Koi checks Pyramid, though, at this point. And or Grumpy Fish. Okay, a little bit of trouble with Ice, Cold Stare, but takes him down. Well done.
Yeah. Clean fights, really, for the most part, from both runners tonight and the bosses. Aside from Armos and Dapper nearly getting clipped. I mean, both runners have done a really good job working through on relatively low hearts at the early start of this game.
Yeah, and so far we have 5 crystals from DapperWormMan, 4 for Koi, and the only one Koi's missing is Hera, which does require, as of right now, to go to the basement for that big key. Okay, DapperWormMan, you heading to East Half Mountain? It looks like you are. Ooh. Dapper getting smacked by a few rocks here. Mix it up, though. And oh no, this is a very low heart seed. We have Koi with 7, we have DapperWormMan with 6. And these runners really haven't skipped a whole lot in terms of heart pieces or containers, so this is just what the seed's given them.
Koi opting to go right past Hera.
Yep, still hoping to get that hook shot first. But with that knowledge of Ether, knowing he can go straight into Turtle Rock and start clearing. For all you know, Boots could be first check. And DapperWormMan finds out about that heart piece in Hookshot, or I should say in Spy Cave, and electing to go ahead and save Scum. And those cabbages continuing to give DapperWormMan the business, just hitting him repeatedly, my gosh. And here's our first look at Turtle Rock from Koi. Would be funny to see Hookshot just lying around on Bumper, though.
Koi enjoying his ride on the conveyor belt.
Yep, remembering that he does not have Hookshot, so gotta take that south route.
More fun than teacups. Great ride. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Oh my gosh, a heart container. I did not know Saha Bot generated that. Question from chat, how early was Mirror? Well, it was sitting in Kakariko. I believe in Blind's Hut, if I remember right.
I believe you were correct. We had a myriad of items drop out of the gate. Fire Rod was in Kakariko, Hammer in Kakariko, Red Cane in Kakariko.
I think Red Cane wasn't that in the Sanctuary chest?
Yes it was.
Forgot about that.
Sorry,
Oh.
Half Magic was in the well.
Yes, that's right. Kakariko was a Stackariko today. There was almost nothing in the entirety of Escape, and then at the very end they give us Red Cane. And it's like, oh, okay, that's our first progression item. Cool.
absolutely. They had plenty of bomb drops, plenty of cash coming out of it, so Kakariko was the place to be for the start of this one.
And DapperWormMan forgetting something here. Or perhaps a strategic skip. And also remembering to go south with no hookshot. Well done, that could be a hard thing to remember. Vanilla Big Key. Oh, Turtle Rock. So both runners are running pretty close here. I would give somewhat an advantage to Koi. Koi has already cleared out as much as he can of Death Mountain. Oh, DapperWormMan is leaving. Huh.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. You invested the time to work your way through the front half of Turtle Rock. You know boots are there. I'm surprised that he's actually bailing on it so early.
Well, if he does mini Molder him, he will get a third sword. But that's about all he gets leaving Turtle Rock. So I do wonder if DapperWormMan is just a little concerned with the health and is trying to go to check out Death Mountain for either offense or defense to try and help Turtle Rock.
Potentially. I mean, both runners would certainly have had Master Sword Ganon fights at this point. So I'm surprised that the Master Sword would be a concern to it. I'm wondering if it's just the pendant status of it and not having cleared out the rest of the mountain, wondering whether or not it's a time sink just for boots.
Speaking of boots, there they are in the Whirler Room in Turtle Rock. So Uncle was not lying. You left them in Turtle Rock. And Koi is going to go ahead and clear out the rest of the dungeon. You're already darn near to Laser Bridge, and why not? You are here. You're still missing several Go Mode items. Well, DapperWormMan will get rewarded with a sword. That's good. Koi electing to use burn as strats on Laser Bridge. Not a bad idea. It will be faster, frankly, than just about anything else. And also realizing that the last two checks on Laser Bridge are going to be the map and compass. Good awareness.
So we do have an item we'll be getting from Trinex. Curious to see if that's where our progression lies.
Yes, plus it is our green pendant, so you will get an additional check, but you do have to invest the time to go check Saha. Okay, Dapper's going back into Turtle Rock, a little bit more healthy. And Koi cleaning up Trinex like he's nothing, because that butter sword is pretty much going to cut through everything. And down
you
goes...
missed it.
Go for it.
I was gonna say, if you blinked, you missed it. That's one of the fastest Trinex fights you'll see.
Yes, I totally agree. You don't necessarily need Butter Sword, but in a fight against Trinex, you appreciate how speedy it is.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
just rewarded with the pack of bombs.
Yeah, not much going on that reward, but looks like he's heading east, or I should say west, to go ahead and clear out the rest of Hero, presumably. Oh, getting that boots check in Hookshot cave, got you. Hey, more bombs. And looks like Koi is finally going to bite the bullet and going to go take out Hira. Will be about as fast as he can, but unfortunately we'll have to do that basement, and that's okay. It's an investment that you know your opponent probably already did as well, so you're not going to lose any time doing it, and you also know that there are 2 items there you have not seen, and one could be your progression. So at this point, we've got Saha, Skullwoods, and a few overroll checks.
Curious to see if this makes Skull Woods any more appealing. Definitely doable at this point with the Fire Rod.
Fire Rod, Butter Sword. Skullwoods will be a very quick clear. To answer a question in chat, we have not checked Magic Bat. We have not gone back to that area with Powder. DapperWormMan also has not done Purple Chest, so Dapper has a little bit more of an excuse to go back to that area. Koi, not so much with no flute, and that is his only check left in Kakariko. But with the boots, a little bit more of an excuse to go ahead and check Magic Bat than maybe start dipping the Northern Dark World. And Koi also doing the bomb strats, making it look like nothing getting across that gap. So at this point, Swamp Palace is just about the worst place for their progression to be. Dapper being very aware that there is a full magic and a couple of hearts on the right side of the dark room there. Koi easily taking out Trolldorm. Well done.
And you'll love to see 2-hit Trolldorm.
And we'll see if Dapper realizes his item status here as well. Looks like he does not. But not too much time wasted there, really. And Koi is gonna go turn in that green pendant right away. I like this play. Answer a question in chat. We had boots in the roller room in Turtle Rock. In the second roller room, I guess, not the one on the right. The other roller room, the back one, just before the dark room. Oh, green pendant required. We found our hook shot on Saha, so I bet Koi's heading to Swamp. So even if Turtle Rock Green Pendant has your boots, you're going to get that, and you're going to have to beat the dungeon anyway.
Now Dapper coming back in and actually finishing this dungeon rather than leaving the mountain comes up big. He's going to be real happy when he actually gets to turning into that pendant.
Which is hopefully sooner than later right now, because he has quite a few more checks in Dark Kakariko area than Koi does, so hopefully he follows that green pendant right away.
looks like he's gonna make the one check as well, heading into Hookshot Cave.
Well, I'm not sure if DapperWormMan hovers, but if he does, he'll be able to get these 3 checks. And the other ones. Answer, probably not. Uh-oh, not gonna turn in that green pennant right away. Maybe going for King's Tomb here.
Yeah, definitely heading to Booth's checks. King's Tomb and I assume Bonk Rocks will quickly follow.
Ooh, this could put him on a different path here, but could still be a good thing we have not seen that flute yet. Well, Lamb can be in the front of Swamp right now, but it cannot be any further than the hook shot required back. Lamp could be sitting on Bumper or Graveyard Ledge.
We're gonna get a Lumberjack check here from Dapper.
Is that just a heart piece, I think?
I think it was.
I don't think he'll be chasing after that, even with the 8 hearts. And Koi is going right for the back of Swamp Palace. Pretty good play here, knowing that you're more than likely 1 item from go mode. If you get this flute in the back, you skip the entirety of the left side.
Yeah, nice diver down. Never fails that that big key is in that first check there.
Always. It can't ever be in the very first chest, or even the chest just south of the big chest. It has to be in the back. Or on the left side.
That's taunting you at that point, just asking you to go back up the staircase.
Oh, game. So it looks like DapperWormMan is not going to be chasing that green pendant, so let's hope he ends up finding a flute that'll take Koi a little while. That's what he's hoping for anyway, and then Koi just looking for that flute for go mode. And he's hoping for it to be right here. But we want a very close race. Sorry.
No, cool. To answer your question, Shaq, we haven't checked Powder yet. Neither brother has made that check in Village of Outcast.
With the dash strats through the cave there. So it does look like Graveyard Ledge was not our answer. And looks like DapperWormMan's gonna check Grumpy Fish next. We still have not even seen Pyramids, so DapperWormMan may be able to route in that Pyramid with Saha, perhaps.
Wow, Koi making quick work of the Swamp Palace dungeon. This is Crystal, dives back in, nothing in the big chest, heading over to the left side.
Most dreaded checks in all of the game. Left side swamp. And DapperWormMan has a couple of issues tossing the bush into the water, has to go back and find a rock. And 10 arrows.
You know, it occurs to me that this seed has been strangely devoid of fetch quests.
True. Mushroom, shovel. Only thing we've got is powder so far, and neither runner's checked that.
To throw a commentator's curse on anything, just putting that out there.
Good observation. I like it. Alright, well, we're getting our hour and 14 minute and 35 second pyramid check. Full heart. And saying no thank you to it. But it looks like he's got his mirror out, so he is going to be routing in Green Pendant to pick up that hook shot. So good. And so far we have a full heart out of left side swamp. And red failed, so left side swamp, not particularly useful.
No, nothing big, a little bit more protection there, but importantly, with the finish the swamp for Koi, that gives him his 5-6. And so he will be able to check Pyramid Ledge, Pyramid Fairy, chain those two together.
Hookshot cave though, what if that Azure Flute? And Koi showing off some dash strats with the pink bomb. Normally you cannot dash with the pink bomb following, but if the bomb is moving, like for instance if you get hit and the bomb's trying to catch up, if the bomb is trying to catch up to you, you can freely run to keep it with you. Is it the fairy?
I like the look of that shovel.
I'm not saying a thing. Not a thing.
Come on, shovel.
No.
Really nice shovel dash though there by Koi.
Good shovel. Good shovel. Chat probably hoping for a fetch quest to fetch quest. Maybe a shovel to a mushroom to a book or something.
Koi heading back up the mountain. I believe that would be Hookshot Cave. So maybe we'll see our mushroom in here.
Very true.
Haven't
We'll
seen
see
the
if-
book yet either. Literacy,
Yeah.
that could be our answer.
Could very well be. I mean, with Desert being a pendant, these runners really don't want to see it since the most it'll lose unlock a pendant dungeon and 2 more or less fetch quests on the opposite side of the world. But chat wants to see it, don't you, chat? Okay, we'll see if DapperWormMan does like to come in, because there will be 3 items left. There will be the big chest and 2 items on the left, so probably going to come back in and full clear this like Koi did. Okay, the last 3 checks we have up on Death Mountain for now. We've got Iron Container. $20. Electrocution. And $100. Not our answer. Okay, so what are our options right now? We've got Pat, we've got Magic Bat, and we have Skull Woods. And then hopefully they don't find a book to unlock Pedestal.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Oh wait, Pedestal's dead. No wait, Pedestal can only... Yeah, Pedestal can have it. I forgot. We only went through the dark room. Sorry.
It's still in play, that works. I mean, both of our options are for items well early in the game. We've had Fire Rod since the get-go, so Skullwoods has been on the table for quite a while, just not appealing as a pendant status, so we'll see if either runner makes the choice to dip in.
Okay, now Koi doing the boots checks, but not from the Dark World, so he's not going to be able to route in Graveyard Ledge. Ooh, Magic Bat maybe?
I believe so. Yeah, definitely with the hammer out.
Now, DapperWormMan, as expected, is going back in to pick up those last 3 items. It's just about the most dense location you have other than Hookshot Cave right now. Is it Magic Bat? No. Well, chat, we have Skullwoods left. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is our last location. Comment from chat, they like pie? So do I. Okay, Koi is going into Skullwoods. Either gonna find the flute or book. Or mushroom. Or both. It's a little bit unfortunate for DapperWormMan right now because Dapper doesn't have the same excuse to go into Skullwoods as Koi does because DapperWormMan still has Magic Bat that he can pair in with the purple chest, so we'll pick up a sword likely if he does that, but unfortunately, that's about it. But if he goes straight into Skullwoods, we have ourselves a race. Oh right, Dapper still got to turn in that big bomb too. Or maybe he has something else. Sorry.
Yeah, heading right to the village. I'm wondering if this is in the play to Magic Bat and then potentially the purple chest.
Could be. Whoops. And here we get a Mothula fight. Don't blink, this fight will be over if Mothula cooperates. That's 3 hits, and oh, that's 3 hits. Just need 1 more. Oh, or not. Apparently, he just keeps being immune to stuff. There he goes.
And after getting no health out of the gate, this seed has become really healthy with Red Mail and Koi on 12.
Okay, so... front of Skull it is. Moth has such a mean way of hiding hits. Moth will blink like he gets hit. but then take no damage. Run of Skull it is. What are we gonna find, game? Pretty sure this is quite literally the last location that we know. Koi does still technically have a few more checks, including Grumpy Fish, but we know that's not the answer. Blue. Go mode for Koi at 1:24:45. Unless for some odd reason Meyer is Quake. Which could be on pedestal, you never know.
This has been such a great race. Let's just go for it.
Why not? And even if it ends up being Quake, it could only be a desert, Meyer area, or pedestal. And even then, we still have not found our lab. Which at this point, I think has to be in the Meyer area to actually give us the ability to clear Meyer and logically get to Turtle Rock. I'd beat that, I should say. Because that hookshot is technically still out of logic. And go mode. And uses ether instead of bombos. That happens to the best of us. So first he freezes and then he burns the bird. So well played, Koi. You destroyed it. There is no toss to that bird. That bird is dust currently. Alright, so Koi is going to finish up Meyer, and that will be his 7th crystal. And DapperWormMan does pick up his Butter Sword. And very nice Meyer 2 from Koi.
Unfortunately, DapperWormMan has a lot of overworld checks, as well as Skull Woods, assuming that he doesn't check the front ahead of the back.
Yeah, in terms of efficiency, Koi has been pretty thorough, but other than Hira, has not made a second trip anywhere.
There's the big key in Meyer, so Koi on his way.
That is a God Meyer for you. Not going to be an easy spooky this seed, but you never know. Okay, first room. First room's given Koi a little bit of trouble, but finds that switch, and on to room 2. DapperWormMan getting dead rocked. And about to get rewarded soon with his nothing in Hookshot Cave. Okay, and a couple of good dark rooms from Koi, and suddenly we are on to Vitreous. Make a quick work of Viddy. And chat, you know the drill. Gray Fox, isn't it about time we start playing a little game?
It is indeed that time. That'll be Koi's 7th crystal, and with that, it is time for the big key guessing game. You have 22 checks in Ganon's Tower. That big key can be in any one of those 1 through 22 checks. So chat, drop your guesses in the chat. And let's see where the Ganon's Tower big key is going to be tonight. My personal favorite is lucky number 13. Anna, do you have a favorite?
No favorites, I go random every time, but we'll go with lucky number 7 since we're going with those numbers. Looks like chat giving us all sorts of guesses. Thank you for partaking in the game.
I see at least one tile room in there. No, two of them.
I see a 21 in there. Several 21s. Several low guesses, 1s and 2s. We only have one person guessing tile room. Now, looks like DapperWormMan is on the right track, but like Koi, clearing out the back first.
Yeah, I mean, it's sensible play. You know that Molecule is going to give you the assured item. Unfortunately, in this case, it's just not the item he's looking for. Chat, if you have any last-minute guesses, now is the time to get them in.
That is true. Once we get into GT, guesses are closed. And just like Koi, Mothula giving Dapper the business, but eventually Dapper does prevail.
131.13. Koi drops into Ganon's Tower, heading to the left side.
And Koi is a fan of the Rando Rush, so we will see him go all the way left to Rando Room, mirror, and go all the way back to the right. It's so far we're over 5. 1 through 5, I'm sorry, that is not the case. Hey, peasant logic. Kind of. Minus, you know, not having the lamp and all. Alright, so we are 0 for 6 so far for checks. Number 7 coming up. Not 7, and DapperWormMan has gotten into go mode at 132.50. With a Godmire left to finish. Okay, not Rando Room. So we are 0 for 11 so far, I believe. And 13 is a small key, so on to either go straight for tile room, which we're probably not. And yep, we're going for the red. 14 through 17. And 16's the silvers. There, that's something.
Nice quality of life improvement there.
Hey, Dapper's about to find his big key here in just a minute, probably after the bridge chest. And Koi says, just take the damage, just go through. And say hi to Bob, chat. There he is. Say bye to Bob, chat. He's going away. (18 through 20). 19 through 22. It is number 20 today. I think if I counted right. And let's see who got 20 first. We got some late people there. Did nobody guess 20?
I do not see any 20s in the chat.
I think we got every other check today, I'm pretty sure. I don't think anybody called 20.
Chat, we're all winners tonight. One free internet point for you all.
Exactly, everyone gets to share.
Just divide that up. Let's see how many viewers do we have right now.
Just go into ALTTPR.com. Free rando seats for life.
Koi well on his way into the gauntlet. DapperWormMan making his way up to Vitreous.
Okay, let the gauntlet begin. And like I said, Dapper just using the cape and just running on through those eyeballs. So far, making quick work at this gauntlet. And both Silver is going to be able to clean up land mode 2 pretty quickly. Say hi to land mode 2, chat. Say goodbye to land mode 2, chat.
I'm not sure Koi has spent more than maybe 5 seconds in a boss fight for probably at least half of his seed.
No kidding, pretty much pulled everything off with ease. Let alone no more than 5 or 6 seconds in any of these gauntlet rooms, too. DapperWormMan showing that Dead Rock who's boss of that fire rat shot, I approve. Unfortunately, no Quake, but could powder one if they wanted to. I'm pretty sure he did powder one, in fact. Okay, gonna have to get a key here, and does. Could potentially be a key, if not likely, actually, in one of those checks, but that final key could also be in Tot Room, so. Okay, and about the time Koi is cleaning up the climb, DapperWormMan will be heading into GT. $5 worth of validation. We got chat actually getting in on a collection rate guessing game, it looks like. Oh, that could be a triple right there from Koi. Good round one. It's either a very odd 3 or a 4 there. And 6. Alright. That was a 3-1-2, I think. Looks like DapperWormMan, after heading right, getting silver, is going to mirror out and head left side. So doing a more standard route, if you will, for GT, but there is no bad route. There's just different routes. And in this Ganon fight, Koi just has to hit him 6 times in the first phase, 6 times in the second phase, in a couple of errors in the final phase. So,
yeah, making quick work of the first 2 phases so far. And the real boss, which is the teleports.
True. Sometimes you get 2 or 3, sometimes you get 15 to 20. Okay, 4 hits will finish that off. That is 1, 2, 3, and I'll let you call it. Uh-oh. Too quick! Sorry, Koi. But this happened 10 minutes ago. I'm in the clear, right?
Unless he walks off this bridge. Real boss. Past the teleports, we'll see.
Get your GGs in chat for Koi.
And with an SRL time of 1 minute 42 seconds, Koi has completed the seed. Wins tonight's match. While DapperWormMan continuing his way through Ganon's tower, clearing off the rando room, looking for the big key.
Looks like we've got Koi joining us in the booth. Good game to you, Koi.
Yep.
And GG's, sir. Well played.
So the Ganon fight was pretty Monka-esque.
Yeah, that fire bat there at the end, that was nearly a thing.
When I got the double on the right after the torch glitch, and then I wasn't expecting him to go further right, and so he got too far away from me, and I got hit by the fire bat, and then I didn't have enough time to hit him again before the torch went out. But we're good. Everything's fine.
Fine, works out fine. So how about that flute?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Like, you think you're skipping the lamp the entire seed, you know? Because the lamp puts everything in logic. The lamp gets me up the mountain, the lamp gets me the ice rod, the lamp gets me the boots, and then the hook shot. So, of course, it's going to be the lamp, right? The lamp's probably just in Swamp or Skull or something. But nope, it's the flute, of course. I presume the lamp was like in Mire or Mire Shed or something, but I guess we'll never know.
It has to be. We have not seen anywhere else, or desert, I guess.
Yeah, just something behind the flute, probably.
Yeah, I think between you two, pretty much everything else was cleared in the seed. So it's one of those seeds that's like, here's all these items, but you got to go find the 1 or 2 items that are just hiding somewhere in the seed. In this case, it was what? Green pendant?
Green pendant. Yeah, this was super front loaded. You guys came out of Kakariko completely stacked. And then out of all the plays, it turns out being a hard required green pendant, not only to pick up your boots, but also to get your green pendant and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it wasn't looking real good early on. Like, because you have so many choices on how you get through the Dark World, right? Like, you don't have to start at Hype Cave and go left. Like, you could have gone to Catfish first, or you could have started in Village of Outcasts and gone straight to Motula. Who knows? But so I started at Hype Cave, and you get the mitts, but the mitts in that spot when you already have the mirror, it doesn't feel good, because now the Smith sequence is really awkward to do coming from that direction. That's why I skipped Skull Woods, where I might have done it normally. Was because I wanted to do the purple chest, and I felt like if I went to Skull Woods, I was never going to do purple chest.
And the game being kind of unkind with a bunch of Death Mountain climbs, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then when you start sequence breaking up the mountain, and you get the bow, and then that leads to the ether and the ice rod, and you're like, okay, well, I mean, if nothing else, there's at least boots in there, right? And why not go do Turtle Rock but it's disappointing. You didn't get anything but the boots, which don't really do much. So I did Hera for nothing, and then I'm like, okay, well, let's just turn in the green pendant and see if this was completely useless or not. And hey, hookshot, nice. Unfortunately, finding the hookshot means that I'm now going to last locate the flute.
Right, back up Death Mountain. So of note here, we did have a forfeit from DapperWormMan just a couple minutes ago, and we have him joining us in chat. GG to you.
Hello, GG, Koi.
GG. That seat sucked. It was the worst.
Yeah, so did you have hookshot or you had flute go mode?
Flute go mode. I think we did pretty much the same stuff.
Oh yeah, same here.
So I have no idea where this lamp is. We have to assume it's like in Mire Shut or something.
I mean, for me, it could just be on like Desert Ledge because I never even checked that, to be honest.
Yeah, I never looked at that. I never do.
I mean, when I was finishing up Swamp, I was just like, is there lamp or flute? And it's in, I think I had two locations, Purple Chest and Skull Woods. And I was like, there was so much progression, like kind of behind flute. I know hookshot was, behind the lamp, that I was like, lamp is probably in one of those two. So I kind of started checking the, things beyond the lamp, like hookshot locked, Pyramid of Fairy and stuff. And I guess I convinced myself wrong.
Yeah, no, I felt the same way. Like, the lamp made so much more sense to be the thing you were skipping, because not only did the lamp get you up the mountain, but it also gets you to all this other stuff, like the boots and the ice rod and the hookshot. So, like, why would I go looking for the lamp, right? I want to continue the sequence break, keep skipping the lamp. But
Exactly.
The speed was dumb, and it wasn't the lamp, it was the flute leading to the lamp.
Yeah. I mean, and if it wasn't Ambrosia, I might have dipped the front of Skull Woods, but I had like 4 heart fighter sword. I wasn't gonna like go beat off.
Ambrosia is the worst. I was gonna go to Skull Woods after Pod, but then it's like, oh, nice rod. I went to TR instead.
Exactly.
I see that you going in so many directions after Kakariko. It was tough to see. You guys pretty much routed the same thing for the first almost hour of the seed. I think the main difference is that Koi happened to get Purple Chest a little bit earlier, so Dapper didn't quite have the swords that Koi did have for a bit, but otherwise you two were remarkably close in terms of routing.
Interesting.
I didn't really use the swords on anything though, right?
Not
like,
really.
I'm pretty sure I had butter before I actually fought any bosses with swords. Except for like blind, which doesn't matter.
Yeah, I forgot where my master sword was, but I was gonna go into Ice Palace with I got the fire rod and I had cape and the blue cane. Even though I had like 4 or 5 hearts, I was gonna go there after Hera, but that bow sitting up there in Spectacle Rock, maybe over to Pod Eastern, hoping for more hearts and
I went to
stuff.
Ice before that.
Oh, okay.
But I had like bomb boost from Sahasrarla's hut and half magic from somewhere, I have no idea. So like Ice
that was helpful.
Ice didn't look very scary. And you already had the cane, so it was like, all right, yeah, let's just do that. And then if it's nothing, I guess we'll go up the mountain or something.
Well, I think Dapper's... Sorry about that, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I actually don't even I wasn't really thinking about hookshot locked Ice Palace, but that might have been a clue for like that late game thing.
It was
hookshot.
It was
Okay.
hookshot locked, but there was nothing
Exactly,
nice,
so-
so it didn't
so-
matter.
So the lamp, you know, but lamp before hookshot, obviously. Wherever that was.
The game just wanted you to do so much, and I think Dapper's second sword, I think it was Eastern, I want to say it was Armos.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, that sounds
I
right.
think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my butter, I think.
For Koi, that was your fourth sword. Yeah.
We pretty much had all the swords routed in pretty quickly.
Dumb seed.
You were just saying earlier how much you love Ambrosia, Koi.
Oh my god, it is like everyone hates on the inverted key sanity. Ambrosia is so much worse. Where's Ellis? Ellis agrees with me.
At least we got a bomb in the escape.
Yeah, that's for sure.
True, you did get the bomb farms pretty easily there.
So I guess I'm still alive in the tournament, technically. This was my last race, so it all depends on how everyone else's races play out.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Still another week or so left to races plus. At least capable. Everyone could get their races out earlier if they want.
And Koi, this gives you a lot of time to really just roll inverted in your spare time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I get like a whole week off where I can play nothing but inverted key sanity.
I've had one inverted key sanity that's gone well in practice, but that's about it. I hear you.
I think all I need to get out of the group is for one of the three of you to win out. To like do really well and get like 4 or 5 wins.
Deal.
I don't care who it is, because I have the same tiebreaker advantage against all 3 of you.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But like if you all do like evenly or something, then I don't think I can get out. Oh well. It was tough. We had a really tough group.
Yeah, a lot of quality runners, and then I'm also there.
Well, you took a game off me. How bad could you be? I guess you could be pretty bad and still take a game off me. I think about it.
You guys have
a
real. Go ahead.
I routed really well yesterday in our race, but
Dude, you went up the mountain at a time where I look back to your VOD to see when you got the ice rod, because that was the thing that got me. And you went to the mountain at a time where I was like, why would he do that? I never would have ever in a million years ever done that. And that's when you got the ice rod.
That was yeah, sorry, we should talk about this race. But I went up there because I had the Hera big key.
Yeah, I know you were going after Hera, which you didn't know was a pendant yet. It's just like there were so many other things in the mountain that you couldn't do. It seemed crazy to me.
The pendant dropped and I was sad, and then I was like,
Desert
well, I guess it was the right call eventually. So wish I had a little bit more luck like that today.
Yeah, Dapper, you made the big plays. I mean, you broke early for Ice Rod Cave, and unfortunately, you just got hammered by the crabs as soon as you got off the staircase. But you also made the early play to Agina. You dropped down and did the coffee break early, and Hera. You did all the big things to try to swing the match. Unfortunately, Rando just randoed on you, and nothing really big came out of those early checks that you did, which somewhat divergent from what Koi did.
Yeah, and it felt kind of bad because I was going to combo that Ice Rod Cave into the waterfall and all that, and hopefully get $500, but and that's ended up where the glove was. So it was kind of bad to get that later, but full clearing the little part of the light world wasn't overall too bad.
I'm pretty sure I did everything in the light world too. Everything except for Eastern, I think. But who would go to Eastern, honestly?
Not you, and not B.
Oh, that would have been so bad if you do, though. Like, you go to Eastern early, because then you might have Ether on your first trip up the mountain, but not the Ice Rod. And then you get the boots, and you feel good about it, but then Trinex gets last location.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, there were definitely some traps in this one.
Well, it's getting close to wrapping up here. Any final thoughts from you two about the seed here?
Nope.
No, but thanks, Koi, for racing, in the evening, and thanks, SG and Gray Fox and Alana Bean for being here. And I don't know who the tracker is, but thank you.
It was Lady Laura
GGs.
Linda. Yeah, sorry. Well, why don't we go ahead and have you finish out here, Gray Fox?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Great race, you guys. Appreciate you both taking the time to put this one on for us. GG's to Koi, GG's to DapperWormMan. Great show. As far as group standings go, it looks like Illis still sitting at top at 201. Koi who dropped to 2 and 4 with this one. Dapper 1 and 2. Whole lot of group racing to go. It'd be really great to see this one drop into tiebreakers. I know you guys want to do some more inverted, more ambrosia. So we'll see how this plays out. But to all the speed gaming community out there, appreciate you tuning in to Speed Gaming 2 tonight. Banger of a seed. Thanks to our trackers. Thanks to Lana Bean for joining the call with me this evening.
Thanks for having me. I greatly appreciate it. And don't forget, everybody, tune into Speed Gaming in about 3 minutes or so. We do have Spleedy versus TSO coming up.
Another great race.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks. Good night, everyone.